That's What He Said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
Hello, my name is Cedric, and along with my beautiful wife, Connie, we'll be hosting my brand new podcast, That's What I Said. I'm a retired Navy veteran that suffers from PTSD and anxiety, and we'll discuss how I cope with the mental illness through comedy and discussion. It's a podcast that will talk about everything from cryptocurrency to comedy. If we're worrying about the dollar going up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's still a dollar, guess what? The value of that means absolutely nothing. Cryptocurrency in itself is the future of money. From spirituality to cannabis. To have cannabis on the Schedule 1 list is bullshit. I'm sorry, it is. It makes absolutely no sense. If it's a seed that can be planted and it has healing properties in it, why the hell is it in Schedule 1? Last time I checked, cocaine don't have healing property in it. From interracial relationships, I don't have a problem with people talking about interracial relationships. People try to talk bad about my interracial relationship just to think that they can get under my skin. I mean, really, it don't bother me. I mean, let's not make, call a spade a spade. But if you have a problem with someone that's in love, it shouldn't matter the race of the person. It's a mental illness in our community. The problem is people want to put labels on it. Everybody wants to put color on everything. And as soon as you put color on it, it gets treated differently. The money gets treated funny. Because if it's dealing with Asians, guess what? It's going to take a longer process unless those leaders step up and get into the president's face or U.S. leaders' face and say, this is a problem in our community. Not leaving one topic unturned. If you want to hear real, authentic conversation, interviews, and comedy, please take time to listen to That's What I Said, because I said what I said.
Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. Listen to That's What I Said. Available on your favorite podcast platform.
Which way?
Cedric D. Sanders.
Which way?
They probably just eat ass with a baby spoon.
Which way?
That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah. 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 That's what he said. That ain't my fault. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Which way?
That's what he said.
Which way?
Which way? That ain't my fault. I'm just gonna lay it down like this though. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. When I say my shit, I'ma repeat my shit. I'ma make sure you understand the foundation of everything where I'm coming from. Don't get it twisted. That ain't my fault.
Which way?
That's what he said. That's what I said. What? That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Which way?
Wow. We gon' do it like that. Yeah.
Which way? Which way? Which way?
They probably just eat ass with a baby spoon.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with your host, Cedric Sanders. Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. The broadcast starts now.
You eat ass with a baby spoon. Bitch, what? You eat ass.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to be quiet during this.
You eat ass.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to be quiet. I was gonna let it ride, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to be quiet.
Let's go then. Let's go. We back.
All 4 feet in, y'all. Hey. What's good, y'all? It's Saturday. Y'all done caught us live again on That's What I Said, the podcast, live from Spreaker.com, and we joining everybody around the world. We're going on Facebook, of course, Instagram, that other place over there that we call Twitch. There's a couple other places. We just like all over. There's YouTube. I think I send a Twitter out every now and again too. But we back, y'all. We back. Took a little break. Had some business things going on, so I had to focus really on that, and that was more the reason why I haven't done the podcast. So I apologize. It's a lack of judgment on my part. I should have been a little bit more proactive, but that's in the planning stages. That's what happens when you don't plan out shit.
Just a minor setback to reset, to come back better than ever.
Yeah, you're right.
That's how we do it, though. That's how we do it.
You're right, and I'm sure I've done lost some listeners, and my Facebook is inconsistent. I'll have some viewers sometimes and sometimes not. No big deal.
Ain't no thing but a chicken
but
wing.
When it comes to this Spreaker.com, I get hits from all over. So thank y'all that's listening, that's going to listen to it later on any streaming platform that you may have, which that may be Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Spotify, whatever you listen to podcasts. Amazon. I'm on that. So what's been going on? Like what's been good? I don't think I need to introduce you because everybody expects you to be on, but I'm always here with my co-host, my wife, Connie. What's good?
What's good, babe? What's good, listeners? Thanks for joining us on this fantastic Saturday evening. Energy is high. We hyped tonight. We are. Like, we're back, like you commented. We back, damn it. We back.
Bitch, what?
Yeah.
We are.
We back. That's just the meat and potatoes of everything. Really, I think it took us a minute. Well, I can't say it took us a minute. It took me a minute because I had to get my bearings together. But it took me a minute to really just try to get focused on a lot of stuff that was going on and a lot of things that we had going on. So, it's not about the money. Let me put that out there. It's really not, even though that's what's flashing on Facebook right now. It's not about the money. What it's about is I've taken a focus in a direction that I've been wanting to take a focus in. I just never really put it out there because you know how people are. Some people are they're assholes. Let's be real. Most people can't just see the great that you want to do or are trying to produce, and they would much rather hate on you than to congratulate you. So I'm saying that to say this. We are going on a trip later on this month. We're going to Vegas. Do I need to throw the air horns out there? Yeah. So, dumbass. I am.
Red alert.
Yeah, for real, because it's about to get active in this piece. So, on March 24th through the 27th, I will be in Vegas, and of course, I'll be in Vegas speaking on crypto. Not only crypto, I'll be speaking about just more in a financial aspect of how we need to do better with looking at our finances. And one of the things, because it's my passion, I'll be talking about is cryptocurrency. And a lot of people are so, I don't know what the word is. They're like,
I wouldn't say they're hating. It's people have this warped mindset when it comes to cryptocurrency where they can't even validate why they feel the way they feel or anything. So there's this event that's happening March 24th through the 27th. And I'll be down there at the MGM Grand. Yeah, it's a big thing. And
I was just about to say, go big or go home, right?
Right. I mean, it's definitely something I've been looking forward to for a long time. But at the same time, it's, I think, an opportunity that could, I think, quit the divide and actually pull people together when it comes to understanding financials and getting out of the warped mindset when it comes to cryptocurrency. But we're going to, take it for a grain of salt. We're not going to sit around here and beat people over the head over how I feel. People need to take a better stance when it comes to their finances and what they're putting their money into, what they're saving, putting it in the bank. You're really not saving any money. It's not making money for you. So how are you allowing your money to make money? You're supposed to put it in some type of, something that is going to make that money make money. And a lot of us don't save. A lot of us just have bad saving habits and money comes and goes. But, I want to be able to, in my way, help people get to the point where they can put a little bit of money into something that is a growing investment, that is a growing asset. I'll say it that it's not even an investment. It's an asset. And it's growing expeditiously. And it takes time, but also it's the opportunity that we as people need to take. We always say that everything's a risk, especially when it comes to money. And the reason why money is so sensitive to people is because people don't know how to save it. They know how to spend it. They just want to go and have a good time because they feel like they can't sat their ass down at home or just, whatever, go to school. They'd rather bitch about their shortcomings and never appreciate what they can appreciate. The problem is what can you appreciate if you really don't even understand what the hell is going on in your own life? Bruh. It's like, what the fuck? It's like you would rather complain about what you can really get yourself out of, but you still in that shit. You ain't made no steps to get out of it. You still in that shit. So let's get back on track. And that's what I said, podcast, originality. The topic of the night, of course, is, are you investing or impressing? But of course, I got to talk about the tags. What did I tag for this podcast? Comedy, of course. I haven't even done anything funny, I don't think, yet. Cryptocurrency. It's a live podcast. Let's get that out of the open. It's live. So if you're listening live, great. If you don't and you're listening by, you downloaded it or you went on one of your apps and you were able to search my podcast and it's there and you're listening to it in its entirety, it's still live. That means it's a brand new episode. It's a brand new episode. What's the date? March the 5th?
March 5th.
Yes. So if you're listening, March 5th or 6th, it's a brand new episode. If you're listening after that, okay, this episode's old as shit, and 9 times out of 10, there's probably a couple more episodes above that one. So if you're just playing catch up, that's cool. That's cool. You're playing catch up. However, really, nigga, what I really want to do is get people to.
That's what he said.
I mean, just saying. Just get people to start listening to a real dude. You know what I'm saying? A real nigga. Somebody that's don't just like what get you in line with the shit that needs to get in line. But I mean, you know how people, they just want to listen to who's popular and shit like that. And I can't be that popular guy. I just can't right now. I want to be.
You can.
I mean,
And
I want to
you
be.
are.
I don't want to be the popular guy. I just want to be the guy. I want to be the guy that I have a good team around me. When I put out crypto, they're giving me that information. We agreed up on it, and I'm helping the people out, giving them, you know, a little bit of the meat and potatoes so that they can do their own homework. But at the same time, what I'm not going to do is tell you what to invest in. I'm just not going to do it. However, I'm going to get you in position to where you know what you can invest in. And not even really just pay attention to it. Just allow it to flow. Allow it to do what it's going to do. But that's hard to teach people. Because people don't have patience.
I was just about to say, most people don't have the patience. They're like, oh, he talking about this. Let me hit him up. Let me see what he's doing. Let me get on that train. And everything that he's investing in, I'm investing in.
Well, don't you find it funny that every time, say, you know, you come across something big,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to educate people on that, but what ends up happening is when you put that information out there, everybody wants to take an opportunity to see how they can get some of that off you.
Oh, yeah.
Not to get it themselves, not to try the opportunity to try to get it themselves. No, they want to try to see how much they can get off you.
Yep.
To do what? Fuck it off like you do everything else? I mean, let's be real. You've been fucking off money this long. What's me giving you $5,000 because I got it gonna do?
Well,
I mean, call me what you will, but I don't get it.
yeah. We are not your bank.
Well, it's not even just that, babe. People don't understand what the bank is, but they rather steal from somebody they think has more money or dresses more or has a better car or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll take the money from that person to fuck it off. To what? Just repeatedly do that shit?
I was just about to say, and hit rinse, recycle.
I mean, that's a job. I mean, that's an occupation.
That's what their occupation is.
What the fuck? I mean, I kind of already knew that because I'm black. Shit, I don't want y'all to think I'm not. Grew up in Kansas City, Missouri. Shit, I ain't a dumb nigga.
Yeah, it's happening all over the world.
But
though.
it's definitely happening all over the world. But when you grow up
right
in one city and everything, you just kind of like believe that it only happened in your city until, like, you know, me, I was in the military, so, you know, I went to my first news station was in California. So looking at the news or listening to the news or whatever that's going on in California, you're like, damn, it ain't just in Kansas City. Shit.
Right.
So it brought me to a better awareness of what's going on around me, but it allowed me to see that, you know, everybody is going through some type of suffering. Everybody's going through some type of change or situation that is making them stress the fuck out. Yet, how are we helping these people when we know people are stressed out, when we know people are going through damning times in their life? How are we trying to help educate some of these people so that they can actually be productive? We're not. And ultimately, I have to bring the button out because I haven't brought it out in a long while. The bullshit button.
Whoa, watch your step. You just walked into some bullshit.
So.
Yeah, but I think to, you know, your point that you just made about talking to people and trying to help them and where they're at and what they're doing, those people they have to want to get help. And most
I
people
agree.
right now, they say they want the help, but they're not doing anything to get it.
I agree.
They're sitting back, watching everything go past.
Right.
They're not advancing their own self awareness or being true to their own self and pulling themselves up and saying, you know what? Let me raise my hand because I need some help.
Right.
And I need to know which direction to go. Do I go left, right? Do I go to the fork in the road? Where am I at?
Right.
You know, a lot of people are truly, truly afraid to ask for help or seek further guidance or assistance to get them through what they're going through. Pride. You know, a lot of people they don't know which way to turn.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
All right, y'all. If y'all just joined us, That's What I Said podcast with my wife Connie and my co-host, and we're talking about are you investing or impressing? And we kind of I'm doing a refresh right now. I'm gonna start doing these refreshes during the podcast to keep people, engaged. So yeah, Connie brought up a good point. I mean, I agree. But I think in this day and age with social media and everything else, people have gotten into this impressionable factor in life to where they don't want to save money. You know, a lot of people do want to have their own house and have their own car and shit like that. But really, it's just, I want to have an apartment in a nice neighborhood. So it's like, we got to get people out of that mindset. Why are you paying somebody else's mortgage?
For real. Because when you really look at that in the big reality circle of living in an apartment, you're paying more to live in that apartment than you are if you were to have your own mortgage.
Well, exactly. I mean, I brought that up to your attention too, like a few years ago, when we were sitting there in Washington State.
Right.
And we were talking about like moving into an apartment for about a year to save. And I stopped her when she said that, and I was like, yeah, it's a great idea, but you know what? I don't want to pay nobody else's rent. I mean, I don't want to pay nobody else's mortgage. Sorry. I didn't want to pay nobody else's mortgage. And she kind of looked at me. She's like, what you mean? I was like, okay, most people buy those apartment complexes cash. They still got to pay taxes on it or whatever the case may be. Or when you say you want to get out of the house you're at and you just want to go into a rental house, you're paying somebody else's mortgage.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why would you want to do that when you can just get your own mortgage? And if you're using it as an investment opportunity, you can like basically add some additions to the house. Say your mortgage is $1,200 and you do a lot of upgrades or whatever, and you want to charge, because the going rate for say like a 3-bedroom house in the area that you're at is running $2,000. So literally what you could do is charge $2,100, pay your mortgage, and the profit that you have on that goes to a fund specifically for that house.
Right. Any maintenance that's needed.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it just goes specifically for that house. And then the profit you take basically is any overage that you have. So what you do is you set a goal for that house. You want to save at least $5,000 to $8,000. You put that as a goal, and now that's your 0 point. Because now any money that's extra, it can either go to that house account or it can come into your account.
You're right.
It doesn't matter. Because at this point, this is profit. But you still remain at that 0 point because you set a goal for that house. You want to save at least a certain amount of money. And guess what happens? Say that the tenant moves out and you got to move somebody else in. Well, now you got money to pay for all the cleaning services that you need to pay for.
Yeah.
If you want to paint, if you want to get new carpet, you already have that cost in there. And then guess what? If the old tenant moved out and left damages, now you have a recyclable, bill.
Right.
And this is common sense for people that are already landlords. But guess what? There's not a lot of people that are landlords.
Yeah.
People are not seeing, yes, the headache that you guys got to go through, the good landlords, not the pieces of shit that we know. The good ones that have small interest. They may have like, say, 3 or 4 homes.
Mm-hmm.
And they rent out 2 of them and live in one of the nicer ones or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But that's another source of income.
Oh, absolutely.
That's absolutely another source of income. People want to, ain't no way to make no money out here. Yeah, it is.
That's how people do it with timeshares.
Go in these communities that when you have good credit and you could buy like a $300,000-$400,000 home in a decent area. Why don't you do some improvements? Put $50,000 on some improvements and make it an Airbnb.
Shoot. You'll make your money back quicker than shit in that.
You can pay your mortgage off. You can literally probably pay your mortgage off in 5 years if you put that in an Airbnb status.
Right.
Just being real.
Mm-hmm.
You absolutely could put yourself in a better position financially if, you got your credit cleaned up and play the game. Let's be real. People get in this spirituality and neglect to think that you ain't gonna be able to buy no land or no property if your credit's fucked up. 1, 2, if you ain't got no money.
Yeah.
People want to talk about doing all these community gardens and shit and buying land and taking care of people and shit like this. Like, yeah, that's a great vision for somebody that got money. But unfortunately, your so spiritual talking ass ain't got that shit. So hopefully you expecting somebody that's got that shit to come along and just give you the money so you could got that shit. Because you got the vision.
Yeah, they want an investor.
This is starting to turn into a fucking cult. Not like it should be like a organization or a business. It's turned into a cult. Because now they want people to fund, create YouTube channels, get all these subscribers, 150,000, 300, 400,000. And now you're holding functions that's not even helping people out. You're just holding functions just to collect money. I'm going to heal you. No, okay. I'm going to tell you this right off rip. Las Vegas, March 24th through the 27th. Come to the MGM Grand Convention Hall, 3rd floor. I'm telling you, it's going to be an experience of a lifetime. As a matter of fact, I think I can schedule within the next week or 2 a podcast with my team.
Absolutely.
To talk nothing but Vegas and what we're doing. So stay tuned. Stay tapped in. I'm going to share it on Facebook. I'm going to give the elements to whatever we need to. And it's going to be in the podcast space so people will be able to listen to it, pass it along to people, and actually get 1-on-1 or 1-on-2, 1-on-3, 1-on-4 with the team and what we plan on doing. What's our inspiration and what we're gonna be doing. I'll interview the whole team.
That's what's up.
That might be a long podcast. That might be a 2.5 hour podcast. But you know what?
That's all right.
I can make it happen.
We can do it.
So,
shoot, we've done that shit before.
Investing or impressing. Short thing is this. You can invest in yourself, and you can invest your money in a lot of things, cryptocurrency and everything. But are you taking that money to try to impress people, or are you taking that money to reinvest to create a future for, make a legacy for the creations that are here for you, that you create or help create? It's like, are you leaving a legacy for them so they can leave a legacy for their kids? And are you teaching them that? Because a lot of us are going through this, I just want my kids to do better than I did. And then it's like you playing the give up game. When really you can build a legacy and a financial stability and end generational curses if you get to that point and then teach them how to get there. And being the ultimate thing. And what I mean by being the ultimate thing is being the ultimate example for your kids. Saying that, you know what, I know I can do better. You absolutely can. I know I can do better with money. You absolutely can. Pay yourself. Pay yourself. Make sure when you work, you have a job, you don't live beyond your means, meaning that you don't overspend or go through this situation where you feel like you have to spend and buy this because I absolutely want this. I want this. I want this. But do you need it? You know you don't need it. You only want it because so-and-so got it. Or
I
they
was
wear
just going to say it's the trending fad or,
Mm-hmm.
Item that everybody is wearing or whatever. And the most popular actors and actresses have it. So
exactly.
you trying to live vicariously through them.
Exactly. So you know what?
Shoot.
We both know that's bullshit, right?
Better hit that button.
So, going forward, I think that the reality is that, in order for this podcast or anything that I do go forward or be great, is I have to educate. I have to try to put out my experiences to people that I think is going to impact them. And hopefully, transform into something that's going to be making this person a better person.
For real.
Or will it just be a conspiracy theory? I don't fucking know. I mean, this day and age, everybody thinks it's a conspiracy theory instead of just you being someone that has experienced things and made it into a magnificent practice to help people educate themselves and be better. That's just me.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't know. I've gotten to this point that I can appreciate people. I can appreciate what they're going through, but a lot of what you're going through, you don't need to be going through that. You're pushing yourself through things that you don't need to be going through. And the reason why you're putting yourself through that is because you don't want to stop doing that because you got comfortable. And when you've gotten comfortable doing the same thing over and over and over again, because you know how to get results and the results that's going to get you by, that's all it is. Results that's just going to get you by. It ain't no end results to where you ain't going to ever face them again. No, it's just the ones that's going to get you by. Because guess what? They're going to pop back up around within about 5 to 10 days. And when you pushed up against the wall, you got to fix it. So how do you fix that stuff? It's just like, stop getting comfortable in the same crap. You know it's crap. How can you be comfortable in crap? How can you be comfortable in being uncomfortable, but yet you're comfortable at being uncomfortable?
Oh, say that one again.
It's like, how are you comfortable, uncomfortable to be comfortable and be uncomfortable? It makes a lot of, it doesn't make sense, but that's what's going on. People are comfortable being uncomfortable, but will complain about being uncomfortable and are still comfortable at being uncomfortable.
Yep.
Because you ain't doing nothing to get out of that uncomfortability. If you're uncomfortable, it's like, stop trying to impress people when you get money. Stop telling everybody how much money you got.
I was just about
Stop
to say.
spending the money that you have to give people the impression you got a lot of money. You know the type of people you're around.
Stop posting your whole entire
It's like,
life.
exactly.
on
Why are you
social
posting
media.
and telling people? And I'm not saying you ain't supposed to tell somebody you cool with, but really, look, if you in a relationship with somebody that is more fucked up with money than you are, and you tell them, look, I got $2,000 in my bank account. I'm just trying to save money right now so we can get up out of here. And then 3 days later, this motherfucker is like, yo, let me get your ATM code. I need to run to the bank and get like $40 out, to just do whatever. I'm going to try to flip it. I'm going to go, run some racks with old boy and shit. All you need is 40? Yeah. Okay. Whoa. You don't think nothing of it. 2 days later, you go to the store to put groceries in the house, and guess what? Your account is zero to the motherfucking zero.
Well.
And where's Shorty at?
Pew.
Where's Shorty at? You ain't seen him since 2 days ago. Where's Shorty at?
Oh, and by the way, they still got your card.
Yeah, you got your card back. You got your card back. But it ain't shit in that account. Because Shorty didn't try to took that money and tried to flip it. Didn't work out. He only tried to flip half. He kept the other half. Or whatever the hell he did with it. It don't matter. They probably shot him and killed him for it. It don't matter.
Went to the club.
Probably did go to the club.
Popping bottles.
I mean, it don't really matter what happened.
Yeah.
But this is the going thing because people are really just trying to get to a lot of money to live a lifestyle that they only want to live a couple of times.
Yep.
You just want to go to the club and ball out. Why? Because you
so
see
they
people
can say they can't. They did.
Why? Because you seen people out there balling out, and you be like, "Yeah, I want to do that." It ain't never about the responsibilities you create. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. I got this job, and then I had a kid. Whoa. You knew the job you had was shitty, and then you lay down with somebody and busted up in them, and now you have responsibility. But all that 9 months, you didn't think about trying to get a job. You just kept the same bullshit ass one you got. Okay. So it's like people say, oh, yeah, when I got a kid coming, it kind of motivates you. To what? Do the same dumb shit you doing?
Or worse.
It's like, the fuck? You going to wake up today, tomorrow? When? When it's too late? Or are you going to actually get this work when you need to get this work and listen to people that's trying to guide you in the direction you need to go? Yeah, unselfishly. Some shit you just got to let go and trust. But see, people don't even want to do that. They don't even want to let go. They want to let go, but it ain't necessarily let go we talking about. They want to let go and just be like, fuck. But anyway. So that's it, y'all. I ain't going to keep rambling on about it. I could talk about it for hours, but it's late at night. It's a Saturday. And Saturday's a chill night. What do me and Connie do? Go to the side porch, throw on that jazz and chill. And that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. Weather permitting. Let's throw that shit out there because
Mother Nature, she been on some shit lately, boy.
No, you know what? Mother Nature's on some fucking Grand Theft Auto shit. Like the bitch is wasted. I mean, like all the way. She's done. Like this bitch didn't respawn into somebody else. I mean, I don't get it.
Curveballs like a mug, boy.
Yeah. So
yeah, because we're supposed to be what 80 something degrees on Monday,
and then back down to the 40s.
Yeah,
on Tuesday. Yeah, man, it just
like the hell.
Yeah, so
I got allergies all the way.
But it's like I got to turn my heater off, to turn my AC on, to turn my heater back on.
Nah, fuck all that.
No, y'all have to walk around the house naked, and I'm gonna have to be upstairs, and y'all gonna be downstairs, and y'all just gonna have to DoorDash me food and just leave it at my door, and when tomorrow happens, then we'll just do the flip-flop. I mean, I know I'll be downstairs because I've been upstairs all day, and
y'all so done.
I'm just saying, shit. Something gonna have to give. I mean, it's not gonna be this bullshit with this weather. It's just not. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, peace and love to y'all. I hope y'all have wealth, love, and blessings to y'all rest of y'all weekend and going into next week. We are going to be hitting the airways like clockwork, like we was doing. But that weekend, I'm probably gonna do a podcast live from Las Vegas. Actually, ain't gonna be no probably. I will. How about that? Live from Vegas. Actually, we don't even have to do it live. We can just pre-record it and just record some shit. I can edit it and say, this is the recap of the Vegas trip. Bam.
There we go.
And we just do a podcast now.
Yep.
So, just giving y'all a heads up. Come April, the podcast is going to probably be about an hour and a half. Because I'm revamping the structure of That's What I Said podcast. And it's actually going to be a show that I'm trying to transform either to YouTube or one of these, social media channels to where, people are actually going to be able to listen to the whole content. It's still going to have somewhat of a podcast structure, but I'm turned into a show because there's a lot of people that want to come on that are talented, that we can have segments that we really can talk on and build on and have solutions for, because I'm solution based. That's what I want to do. So, like I said, hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Peace and love to y'all.
Thanks for tapping in and tuning in. Make sure you hit us up in the inbox, comment, like, share, all that stuff. If you look for us, go to the That's What I Said page on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter. My goodness, where else are we?
Shit.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
But yeah, hit us up. We respond to messages and comments and all that stuff. So I'm out for this evening. Thanks for joining us. Peace.
Peace.
That's What He Said with Cedric D. Sanders.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
That's What He Said with Cedric D. Sanders.